All right, welcome back to D&D. So, last week you had entered into the palace after becoming aware that there was some sort of an attack against it. The guards having begun to get very, very sick. Entering into the palace, you found that a number of them had been slain, as well as managed to kill every once in a while a large creature that was similar to them in shape, called a marrow. Entering into the throne room, you found a number of Marrow, as well as their leader, that had broken in and had control of a giant crab, and were in the process of attempting to kill the queen. The queen and her guards were less than effective against the Marrow, and had decided to escape once Graham gave them some encouragement. So they are on their way to the secret entrance at the back of the throne room. However, one of the Marrow has begun to move towards them. So, he is gone. It is now Fiffle's turn. Fiffle, you are currently poisoned and paralyzed, so you are going to need to make a save, and also I am going to put on...
Am I still poisoned and paralyzed as well, Ian?
You are, yes, unfortunately.
And what did I have to roll an 18 to
You're in my aura. Fiffle's just like slightly out.
No, I know, and I rolled it. I rolled in your aura last time. I got a 17.
Like,
it wasn't good
It's
enough.
so disappointing. I'm just like, yep, I failed. See you guys in
We'll get
15
there
minutes.
eventually. Yeah.
Otto was able to break it eventually, yes. Generally speaking, I figured with Otto's aura, most people would be able to get out of it without too much trouble. I just didn't expect Otto to roll quite as low as he did, but either way. Fiffle, please give me a con save.
The dice is taken away from me.
Here is the
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
And, okay, so it's a 15.
Just like the Lord.
So yes, unfortunately, Fiffle, you are still paralyzed.
Uh-huh.
See? It's like, you don't even have to roll
Where's my
terribly
zoom in
high to get out of it. Alright, anyway, Graham, it is your turn.
Okay.
You are within a healing spirit that has been dropped
yeah.
in there by Fern.
Hooray! So I gained D6.
Yes, I don't recall the exact amount that it fixes for you.
Nice. Thank you.
I also don't know that this guy is going to the queen, right? Because I can't hear it through the commotion.
Yeah, Otto doesn't see it. Graham, Fern, and Aurora do in fact see that the guy has been fleeing away.
Alright. I am going to cast a 4th level spell.
Okay.
Control Water.
Alright.
Cool spell.
Has a range of 300.
Well within that range.
And let's see. Let's see. I am going to open up a whirlpool
Okay.
on top of the
Nice.
guy,
Ooh.
which does this.
Alright, let's see here. Whirlpool.
And I did check you can cast Control Water underwater.
I suspected. I'd be very surprised if that was not the case.
You can only cast it at a cloud.
It must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it takes bludgeoning damage and then caught in the vortex. Okay. So. You are centering the vortex upon the creature?
Yep.
Okay. Are you sure you would like to center it on the creature?
Let's see.
Maybe think about it again, based on Ian's.
Yeah, I'll put it further back so they're not within the 25-foot distance.
Or maybe like around like...
As much as I can without tagging the merfolk.
Like
it's not
here?
a 25-foot radius, it's just within 25 feet of the epicenter. And it'll epicenter on a 5-foot square.
Okay, let's see here.
Which means I should
oh,
be
okay,
able to put it right beside him.
So it's two. I think it's two in each direction.
25 feet would be 5 squares.
Okay,
Radius,
hold up.
radius. Not diameter,
So-
wait, yeah. I don't need math for my career.
Yeah, I'm just going by the in-game tool, but yeah, let's see here.
Well, if I need to put it a little bit behind him, I can do that as well.
Spheres in the center of the area. Vortex is 5 feet wide at the base, up to 50 feet. Yeah, okay, so if it's within 25 feet, it'll get pulled towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, let's say right here. That's within 5 feet of the creature, and the guys are outside of it. Alright, so this Marrow is going to have to go, and he is going to have to make a strength save to avoid... Yeah. What's the DC? 18, okay?
18.
He
Nice.
fails. Okay, so he's going to take... Alright, so I believe he gets pulled closer, and he
Yep.
takes 2d8 damage.
2d8 bludgeoning, and then on the start of each of his turns as well.
Alright, so...
8 damage for starters.
Oh, I'm sorry, yep. 8 damage. I rolled as well, but yes. I
either
forgot you actually are the one that rolls that. Very
I'm
good.
a wizard!
Alright, so... He is going to take... Let me just pull up my calculator, make sure I'm not
I
gonna...
like to picture that like a pair of dice just flew out of the vortex and just threw it at the mob.
Okay. The Marrow kind of hisses.
And where... Okay, I do still have my spiritual weapon out. It doesn't need concentration.
Yep.
How beat up is the caster, the Marrow caster?
He's still within the circle, so it's... You can't say for sure how beat up he is.
Okay. I am, however, going to hit him with the magic weapon, or spirit weapon. 20 to hit.
Your spirit weapon... Via your spiritual connection with the weapon, you know that the spiritual weapon should have struck true, and it just kind of swung through nothing.
Ah. Okay, so... No damage.
I think he did doppelgangers before we ended the session again.
Then 5, 10, 15, 20 as part of that bonus action, and that will... That'll be... Actually, hold on. I'm also going to move Graham himself.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20... Staying within the orb of melee, but putting the crab between me and the last known location of the caster.
Sure.
Alright, and that'll be my turn.
Alright, Jackie, you're up. Please give me a con save.
Yes, yes, yes.
I believe in you. And you are free. You are able to shake off the effects of the poison, and your muscles kind of return to form.
Do I get to make a full action and bonus action?
Unfortunately, no, because you retake the save at the end of your turn. So you'll be
Okay.
but you are free of it. So you now have access to.
Haha, I'm awake. And I'm not paralyzed anymore. How amazing. Alright, great.
Fern, you're up.
Okay, let's see.
Was it?
Hmm?
No, I was like the circle around the.
I can only have one at a time. I'm gonna make a
Oh,
ellipses.
That's kind of lame.
I think it was.
It was like,
I think it was this right here.
yeah. Okay. No, just kind of curious.
Fern will tell everyone within the circle that the one Marrow is trying to get to the guys, but Graham probably took care of it. And I guess I will try to shoot at this guy in here at disadvantage. Or, yeah, because I can't see the crab either. I'll do that.
The crab is large enough that you would be able to see it outside of the circle.
Oh, okay.
He came from South Park.
Alright, oh, well, okay, I'll try to get the crab.
Okay. Okay, both hit. Go ahead, roll damage. 14 and 7 for a total of 21. Very good.
While I'm at it, well, how's the crab looking? Pretty good still.
He's a little angry, kind of crabby. No, he is taken a tremendous amount of damage from your attacks, but where his shell is kind of cracking and you can see kind of blood flowing out, it still looks like it's in relatively good condition.
It's in crabbing shape.
Then, what? Would I be able to use this favored foe, or
Yes, you would.
I would have had to say that before that? Okay, cool then.
You know, I'm gonna be nice. Just remember this in the future, but I know you haven't done it in a while, so I'm gonna say you put the favorite foe on the crab ahead of time. So go ahead and roll the extra damage for those 2 attacks.
Hooray. What is this? 1d4.
Okay. For extra 6 damage. Okay.
Hooray. Let's see. Trying to think if I need to go anywhere.
Downtown.
Yeah, probably. I guess I'll just kind of Can I swim over here?
Yeah.
Is that like a okay? I'll just like go. I'll just be over here,
Okay.
and Aurora will just be dodging.
Okay.
Wait, can you try to get out?
Yes.
That's what.
You can attempt to escape the grapple.
Let's see.
And
Plus
actually-
4.
Actually, I believe that is enough. Yep. Aurora is able to, with a great amount of strength, she's able to kind of push out and is free from the crab's grip.
Hooray!
She's dodging, you said?
Yes, she will just be using dodge because I do not have a bonus action to have her do anything.
Okay. Otto, you're up.
I'll swing at this caster guy with his caster friend illusion thing.
You actually sense that the caster is not there.
Interesting. Then I will. Okay. Oh, I also have Reggie with me. Don't remember that.
Yes.
So.
In fact, I thought I had drawn the circle, but I guess...
I thought so too, but you know what? There's too many circles. We just
I think you got rid of it because you just assumed he would be mounted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
Hang on. I gotta.
Oh, by the way, Healing Spirit is, I think, gone now because I'm concentrating with Favored Foe, I believe.
Let's just make sure that is correct, because I believe favored foe... There's a thing called Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting one. Favored foe, it does say that you have to do concentration, but it doesn't actually say if it's a concentration...
Like,
Let me
it's
do a
a
quick check.
concentration until it works, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure.
As
what
if you were
of this wording.
concentrating on a spell, but it's not actually a spell that you concentrate on. No, that's a good question. I will say, just for now, that your healing spirit does disappear, but I will look up later to see if your favorite foe does in fact cut into your spell concentration.
It wouldn't have affected Graham anyway, and it would have only affected me. I would just walk right through where it was.
No,
But,
yeah.
Honestly,
I-
it helps I'm getting my ass handed to me.
I just moved all the way through here. That should be 60 from where
Yep.
Reggie was. Also, how far am I from this guy?
So did you just take like a straight line away from there?
Where was I? Actually, I don't even remember.
You were like right here. Or, no, you were right here because you were just outside of Fiffle's radius. You're like, Fiffle's not inside your your aura.
Can you put me back to where I was and I can just redo it again?
You were right there.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay.
6, 7. I'm on Reggie, so I get 60 as a keyboard.
Yeah, so while you're doing that, though, you are actually going to move outside of the crab's radius, so he will get a strike against you.
How would he if I was in here and then I went right here? Well,
He
like I went.
has a range of 15 feet.
No, I didn't know that.
Quite a range.
Hang on, that was
This is, in fact, a giant enemy crab.
okay.
He is huge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hi, Fern. 9, 10,
Hi.
11, 12. There you go.
Okay.
I mean, it's not going to make a difference. He's not going to put me in any kind of danger. But, yeah. What did? Oh God, what have I done? Never mind, there it is. Good. Okay, that's fine.
Did you wish to do anything
Can
else?
I? If I use, can I dash with Reggie at this point? For another
Yes,
60?
yes, you can.
One. Oh God, the MBO. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. That'll be it.
Okay. On to the
Okay. I
merfolk's
think
turn.
anything I want. I think anything I want is an action. So.
Okay. The
If your
merfolk.
mount dashes, does it take your action to do it?
Yeah, you control the mount with your actions, so it can move around. Use So instead of your movement, you use the mount's movement. And then if you order it to dash, you effectively you become one creature. It's a little funky, and I don't 100% remember the rules on mounts, but I believe that is in fact how it works.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense because it makes sense that I could do something, but I understand.
Yeah.
But I wasn't
Pussy
expecting
bird.
anything.
Pussy bird.
All right.
Get out of here.
I don't want to.
Let's see here.
Get out
Okay,
of here,
so
Brendan,
the merfolk's turn. All right. So the merfolk, seeing that the marrow has gone and gotten caught in a vortex, they finish opening the door. They push the queen through, and they're starting to close the door. And it's going to take a few seconds because it's a larger, heavier door that has been kind of barnacled over. The crab begins to swim away from everybody. So it begins to just kind of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What was it? What did I say? 45, 50. Okay, to about here. And if you would like, you can make attack of opportunity against it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fortunately, that does not hit. What was that second one? I'm sorry.
It's 19?
The 19 hits. Which one were you attacking with? I'm sorry.
I was attacking with my handheld weapon on the crab.
Maul,
Okay.
Maul is
Yep.
Aurora's, I think.
Ah, okay, I see the maul. Yes, the maul's Aurora. I was thinking maul like the weapon.
Like a weapon? Nah.
No. Okay, so the maul does... Aurora does not hit the creature. Graham, however, does hit the creature. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ignore the second one, it'll be 11 radiant damage.
Alright. 11? Yep. Okay,
That's the number.
on to the Marrow's turn. Okay, the Marrow is going to attempt to escape from...
Okay.
He
It'll
does.
roll. No, it will roll with disadvantage on athletics to get out of the vortex now.
Ah, very good.
And it also will take 6 more damage automatically.
Okay, so it takes 6 damage, and where it thought
Nice.
it was free, it finds itself suddenly pulled back in.
I ain't done with you yet.
Alright, Fiffle, you're up. Give me a con save, please.
All right. Dice.
Fortunately, no, Fiffle, you are still paralyzed.
When you say you don't have to roll particularly high,
Well, okay. Normally, I assume Otto is next to you, and if he was, you'd be fine. But so that one was on me. I'll give you that one.
I mean,
I'll just be paralyzed over here.
I mean, to be fair, you put a caster. You've trained us that when there's casters, it'll be AOE's, so we disperse.
And it's also just a big map with
Yeah,
a
that's
objective
true.
at the far end.
Graham, you're up.
Okay. Moral of the story is I will keep Lesser Restoration in rotation. Let's see. I am maintaining concentration on the Whirlpool. Let's see, I will move... I guess I can move up this stairway / ramp / banister and still... Would I be able to see from up here?
Yeah, I mean this is like a large bridge, which
Okay.
isn't strictly necessary as everybody can swim, but it looks very nice.
Okay. So I will move up there. And let's see. This guy is still in the dryer
Yep.
on the tumble cycle.
He is indeed.
110 feet away. Do I have a cantrip that reaches that far? 60 for Toll to Dead, 30 for Sapping Sting. Of course, Chill Touch. Now, do I want to Chill Touch? How far is the cred? 35. Yeah, I guess he's technically the threat. So I will Chill Touch on the marrow in the thingamajig.
Okay. And he has to make a wisdom.
No, this one I think is an attack roll.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
will be
ranged attack roll.
15 to hit.
And Dak does hit.
Yay! Okay, so he will take 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Nickel and diming him to death. And bonus action, I will move the spirit weapon, though it's probably not going to have any other targets this fight, but what the hell, it's already here.
Yeah.
And Toyn.
All right. Jackie, you're up. You are free from paralysis.
Get all the way over here. I must have missed that. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna start. Whoa, come back here. I'm gonna go to make my way over to the crab.
All right, make your way to Crab.
We're all making our way to Crab.
Oh no, I drew that.
That's his drunken way to the crab.
That's your anime after image.
I was going to delete it, but it's just too good. I'm going to leave it there.
My lord.
That's the path that Shuriken took.
Okay, so you're 45 feet from the crab.
Yeah, how much movement do I get underwater here?
Your movement is halved, and I'm rounding up, so you get an extra 5 feet, just because you're a monk and you have that ability to like move very quickly. Mind, you can also use an action to dash or a bonus action to step at the wind.
Oh, we're all underwater here. Okay, well, I will use a step of the wind.
Okay.
Can I make it all the way?
Yes, you can.
And then I,
How's Krabby looking now that we can actually see him?
He's definitely pretty beat up. He still has some fight left in him.
okay. Do I have any actions left here?
Yes, so your step for the wind is just a bonus action, so you can still attack.
Nice. I'm gonna start poking him with my spear.
Alright.
Poke, poke.
Well, that definitely hits.
Nice.
And that hits too.
Alright, great.
20, wow. That's impressive. That's a good one. Total of 31. That is a
Oh.
big hit, mate.
Yes. Yes, Jackie just finds one of those little cracks in his shell and he just sticks it in there.
Jackie's in his element in the water.
The spear comes out with crab meat on it.
Yes.
Jackie eats it.
It's raw,
Immediately.
doesn't taste particularly great, but it's fresh.
About the
It's a
power
power
move.
move. It's a power move. Yeah, exactly.
All
That
right,
will be it for my turn.
Fern, you're up.
I'm not giving you any more cashews. No.
I'm sorry, Lena, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Ollie was barking.
Ah. Yeah.
I was gonna move over here and go ahead and shoot this crab.
This guy here. All right, shoot crab. Okay, the first one actually does your favorite foe give you any advantage to hit at all?
No, it's just extra damage.
Okay. Your first arrow bounces off the shell, but your second one lands through a bit where it had just been stabbed. So go ahead and roll damage on that 20. Okay, for a total of 14. Alright.
Alright, and then let's see.
Crab is definitely beat up.
You're going into a pie.
I don't know if a
Oh,
crab
it looks
pie
like-
would be the best thing, but
Aurora can make it to him, so
How long does your thing last, Matt?
The whirlpool?
Yeah.
A while, as long as they don't disrupt concentration. Ian, you didn't hear that. Duration is concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll slap a little doohickey on you. Alright, Aurora is able to hit the crab for 13 slashing damage.
good job, Aurora. And that's it for me.
Alright. Otto, you're up.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can actually move all the way over. God, Jesus. I can move all the way. Oh my God. Mouse, behave. Move here. Okay. And I can hit him.
Okay.
How do I play this game again? Oh, here it is.
That hits.
And
That also hits.
I will do this. I will level 1 Divine Smite.
Okay.
Both of them. So I'll just do the hit first, and I'll just.
Okay. Let's see, that's a total of 19. And go ahead and Divine Smite. Six and 8 for 12. Okay.
14.
Oh, 14, yep. I can math every once in a while. Let's see here. Okay. The crab is actually now looking in very rough shape. It is heavily cracked. It is bleeding. It does not look like it is having a good time.
Sounds like me when I get to work.
Well deserved. Oh no, not for you though.
The crab hates its coworkers. It's quiet quitting.
Jaded by life. It wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah. Really doesn't like his coworker because they
yeah.
always microwave fish.
What?
Boom.
Ian, I have a question before.
You talking to me?
Before I end my turn.
Yes, what's up?
If I vow of enmity,
Uh-huh.
does that work on attacks of opportunity?
Can you put the Valve enmity in the chat just so I can verify?
Yeah, it's the bottom one.
Yeah, okay. As a bonus action, you can utter against a creature. It just says attack roll, so I would assume yes.
Okay, I'll put that on him.
Okay. There, I'll give it a blue and a green dot.
Because I have learned that I have 2 divinity charges now.
Okay. Did you wish to do anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Merfolk's turn. The merfolks finish going through the door and closing it, and they are no longer on map. Storm Crab's turn. Storm Crab has a bunch of people all around. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to roll that. Okay. So the Storm Crab is going to... You see it suck in a bunch of water. And let's see. Yeah.
I assume that there's no like cover from being up on the ramp.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, the storm crab sucks in just a bunch of water, and it sprays out a water jet.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Let's see.
That sounds
Well, that's
cool.
wide. It's 10 feet wide. It's still fine. That's.
Is it a dangerous water jet or a fun water jet?
I
It's
need
not at a water park.
Aurora, Fern, and Graham to give me deck saves, please.
Yeah.
Jackie and I just like
Graham is
yelling at
fine.
each other.
Well,
Yeah, it's just like
Shall I go ahead and roll my concentration?
yeah. Okay, so
+4 for Aurora.
So Graham passes, and it hurts, but it's not as bad as it could be. So Graham, you're going to take half of this. 1 second, I'll actually pull up. You're going to take 15. Fern and Aurora are going to take 30 bludgeoning damage,
Jeez.
and you are going to be pushed 30 feet away.
whoa.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Graham, please give me your con save.
Ook.
Ooh, when you're outside, Fiffle, and he can't see you.
Right.
Well, good, because the measuring that actually dropped the whirlpool.
That's
That's Aurora is gone.
aw.
Alright.
Aurora fades into nothingness.
You
It's
killed
like I'm
me.
out.
Bring it
Just
back.
into like a
Actually, no,
I'm
she
out.
doesn't fade into nothingness. Actually, her physical form remains and will remain for a full minute's time.
She jumped into a Feywild sport. It's like I'm out.
The Marrow here, taking advantage, decides it's going to start swimming, and it swims its full, and it's going to dash, so it's going to swim like a full 80 feet away from you, straight down. So, kind of see it just, no, great way to have Z levels here, but yeah, you see it just go 80 feet downwards from where you are. Fiffle, you're up. Please give me a con save.
Dokely.
Sorry.
Huh?
Graham, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. Alright. I am going to move over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to finally be within 30 feet to cast Blight on something, and I'm
Please
going to
do.
Blight the crab.
Please, light the crab. Alright, so it does...
DC 18 Constitution save.
Okay, crab is not terrible at that. In fact, I should say he's extremely good at that, so...
I had
Yeah.
a feeling, dang. Well, he will take half of that, so
Okay.
16 or 17.
Graham, how would you like to do this?
So, you know the Titan sub simulation?
Yes.
That's what happens to the crab. It stops being biology and starts being physics.
Otto, Jackie, you just see this crab, which is once in front of you. This green, horrifying beam flies from Graham's hands, hits the crab, and it just gets sucked into like a little... Well, it's a little smaller than you guys are, which is impressive considering this crab was about the size of a house about half a second ago.
Amazing.
Graham,
If I could speak, I'd be impressed.
Graham, would you like to do anything else with your turn?
You are horribly paralyzed.
Let's see. The other one flew the coop, and we don't know where the caster is right now. kind of shakes out his hand again like he threw a haymaker, and he's gonna continue his walk, and he's going to move the spirit weapon up to there,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
Jackie, you're up. You see a crab orb somewhat in front of you.
Roar.
It's dead. Is there any other? There's no other enemies here, though.
There is a marrow that is escaping, or attempting to at least.
This guy over here.
Yep. However, he is from you. He's 95 feet from you and 80 feet down.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start. Can I dash and step of the wind?
Yes, you can.
I'll do that. How far can I go?
90 feet, using both.
Okay.
Normally it would be vastly more.
How far is he from me?
Yes.
And I'm not going to bother Pythagorean theoreming this. I know it was technically a little longer, but you were able to put yourself next to this creature.
90.
Okay. I'll just do some fucking fast swimming.
Yeah, Otto, you just see Jackie swim by you faster than even Seahorse Reggie.
I'm just like, did anybody see that dolphin?
Yeah, do you wonder, did
Dolphin
Fern
moves.
summon another dolphin? Alright, let's see here. Alright, Jackie, I believe that is your turn. You have put yourself next to the marrow, who is very surprised that you covered the distance in such in a 6-second interval.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Get better, Marrow.
Fern, you're up.
I'm a human. Am I a human?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm a human.
I guess I'll just swim.
Okay.
Just swim around recreationally.
Okay, so that's my normal movement, and then I guess I'll just dash to get closer. I don't have anything else to do.
Okay.
No, actually. What can I do? Yeah, I will. And then I will do... No. I'm just gonna cast the Healing Spirit on me.
Okay.
Oh, go see Mom. Reggie, go give me some orange juice.
A spiritual aurora creature kind of emanates around you, dancing and giving you 5 hit points.
How cute.
For the record, you absolutely kept my ass standing with the heals you've given me. I'm at 11 right now.
Think. Okay.
Alright.
Glad I made that save. That would have sucked.
I should have put that Healing Spirit on you right now. I can move it.
Alright.
Alright. That's it.
Otto, you're up.
If I not as graceful as Jackie, but I can get to here with Misty Step and my movement speed. I can get there actually with just Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie would be able to move you. I don't.
60. That's 60 feet. I did it before my turn.
Okay. Yep.
20 times. And I will flash my fancy abjure enemy thing using my second divinity charge and my last one pull at him, and he needs to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
What's my thing? Give me one.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume he doesn't pass.
Yeah. So he has 0 movement speed. He's
Yeah.
frightened.
He starts
See-
hearing the Sonic drowning music.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, just in case, so nobody has to go up.
Yes. Seeing
For 1
both,
minute, or until Jackie beats his face in.
yeah, seeing both you and Jackie just like close the distance so quick, and with a little magic to kind of finish things up, this marrow is kind of frightened in place.
Oh yeah.
That was originally my plan, but somebody had a whirlpool in their back pocket.
The whirlpool actually, I think, allowed the queen to escape.
Yeah, it
though.
did. No, it
Yeah.
was we had the same idea, but I think the whirlpool was a better
Different,
choice. It pulled it away.
Paths.
It was a very good idea, yeah. Very strategic
Yay.
there. Alright, Marrow folks are out. That thing's out. Stormcrab's dead. Marrow is gonna do all he can do, and he's just gonna bite at Jackie. And then he's gonna attempt to claw Jackie.
Bite me.
But Jackie is just... I mean, when you're in water, it's very easy to move like water.
Plus, Jackie's mostly water anyway.
I mean, I assumed he was mostly rum, but yeah.
Jackie's doing
rum's
the
mostly water, so
hell yeah.
Alright,
Jackie's doing the Neo awakening to his powers at the end of the first Matrix, like casually
Yes,
turning
except-
him aside, like,
except-
huh?
drunkenly.
Fiffle, please make a con save. I am actually do wish for you to not be paralyzed.
I mean, eventually combat will end. So
Yeah.
The combat ends.
Yeah, yeah.
The combat ended. Now, I realize that the ending of combat doesn't mean I'm not paralyzed, but isn't time moving much faster now?
I mean, you're still
Nope.
in combat, because the Marrow's still there.
Well,
Where is he?
one guy up.
Yeah, he's by Jackie and,
Oh,
Otto.
he's in here. Yeah.
And we did loot. I don't think we killed the caster. We just lost track of him.
He I think disappeared. Probably swam straight down.
he used... You remember he used some sort of magic, like you heard him...
Yeah.
You didn't actually hear him... You know, I'll worry about that in a second, once combat's done. Yes. Okay, anyway, yes, Fiffle, you... Unfortunately are not... You're not paralyzed. You're still paralyzed.
Yeah.
You don't have movement in your arms or
I like
legs
that.
or chest or lungs or heart.
Uh-huh.
Graham, you're up.
Okay. Do I have anything that can detect magic? Probably not. I am, however, beat to shit, and should probably do something about that. I guess I'll yell to Jackie and Otto to try to take him alive so we can, what's the opposite of waterboarding?
Air.
We're gonna get some of that hydrophobic sand and just pour it on, on his face with a towel.
You definitely threaten torture. Some manner.
Glad
Something.
you guys.
Right, sure.
Yes.
So
10-4,
Graham is like
Graham.
neutral good or.
Don't worry about
Well,
it.
listen, we need information, and sometimes it's a means to an end. It's just a means to an end, Ian.
All right. The outcome
Dirty
justifies
Harry,
the
but
deed.
cleric. Let's see. So I moved the weapon. Actually, I'm not going to move the weapon.
Okay.
Let me move it back. I will instead use my bonus action to cast Healing Word.
Okay.
I guess it can only be a creature I touch. Oh, a creature of your choice that you can see. Is anybody more beat up than Graham right now?
No, you look like a punching bag.
Yeah, I'm very much was an ablative cleric for that. So I will heal 1d4 plus 4. 7.
Okay.
Little tiny baby heals, but it's better than nothing. Alright. And I guess with my other action, I will just take the dash and move another 30 feet. Can I, climb up here?
Yeah, like you're still. I mean, you can walk along the bridge, but you are underwater still, so you're still kind of moving at like half speed. But
Oh, right. In that case, since I forgot that, I'm just going to leave myself where I am, and that'll be my double move.
okay, sounds good.
And keep your eyes peeled for that caster. He might have gone after the queen.
Jackie, you're up.
Yes. Having heard Graham's guidance to try to take him alive, do I have any means of disabling him or subduing him? Can I just try grappling with him?
If you'd like, you can choose to do non-lethal attacks against him, and it's especially easy
Oh, yeah.
because you are in fact
I'll do
among
that.
just
I'm an unarmed guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'll
could.
put my big spear away and I'll just start kind of slapping him around a little bit,
Okay.
Break his
non-lethally.
break his fin legs.
Yes. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
we're
wake
gonna
up with a
try to break
seahorse in his
his
bed.
yeah. Yep.
Okay, that hits, and that hits as well.
Non-lethally.
Go ahead, roll damage on those.
Non-lethally, of course.
Yes.
I'm
Uh,
just like slapping him. It's like,
I might have the meme for this.
the creature has been you just do these rather rough slaps against the creature, and you can see like blood pouring from like its mouth where you struck it. It's like lip
Aw.
split, and it's like looking a little bruised, and it's like hissing at you. Now, admittedly, because of the damage that you did against it, his broken auto's ability to like prevent it from moving, but still.
It's okay. I have multiple ways to keep him from moving. So
Huh, thumbnailed that picture.
Yeah, that's a little rough in this, unfortunately, but that's alright. Oh, and you still have your bonus of action, of course.
yeah. Can I use my bonus action to try to intimidate him into coming with us
Yeah, go ahead,
without fighting anymore?
give me an intimidation
Just
roll.
like, we'll let you live if you come with us peacefully, and we will only make you suffer minimally.
Make an intimidation roll.
Hell yeah.
Alright, I am going to attempt to roll the marrow.
That's what we're doing.
The
What is the
marrow decides, yeah, it puts up its hands and it surrenders.
Come with us.
what is the roll for that against it?
I rolled a wisdom, but I did it
Okay.
secretly because I have
No, I
secret
was
GM
wondering
roles, yeah.
what the roll what the skill check was on that, not the roll.
Yeah, I just did like a wisdom save, and only
Okay.
because the marrow had been, one, abandoned by everybody else, two, had gotten pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Just watch the fastest crab cakes ever created. So
The Corb. Once you see the Corb, things change. All right, and you all lost track of the caster.
yeah, Otto, can you look around with detect magic? Make sure he isn't still skulking about.
Yeah, I can do that.
Fern will use a spell slot to bring
I
Aurora back.
will
Okay.
check if he left any traces of his magic specifically around where the queen went, because in case he managed to sneak in.
Yep. As you look around, you don't see anything within 30 feet. However, give me an Arcana check if you could.
Okay.
And a minute passes. Fiffle, the poison works its way out of your body, and you are free.
Out of curiosity, when Aurora's down but not out like that, could a healing spell bring her up, or would you just need to spend another spell slot to get her back?
Would need
Just
to be.
a spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biffle suddenly vomits violently and begins to move again.
Oh, Piffle. All right, let's restrain the
Uh,
giant merman.
Slowly swim over here. Everybody else.
Tie him up with some fucking rope and whatnot.
Graham is going to head back to where they disappeared to and just try to knock on the coral.
All right. Um.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, let me cover Otto's thing. Otto, you know that he used some sort of a magic item to go away somehow. You just can't identify what it is that he did. Could have been invisibility. Could have been something that let him teleport.
If he used invisibility, would I've heard him swim away?
You did not hear him swim away. As you finish, Graham, knocking on where the coral is, a number of guards, after about 2-3 minutes, are able to like rush in to the throne room. They are in various states of injury. A lot of them have cuts, bruises. Some of them have more severe injuries, and have done their best to kind of bind the wounds so they don't bleed to death. They see a number of dead marrow. They see this fleshy orb that is just emanating like weird blood, and they don't see the queen, and they kind of like move towards you, and they see this restrained marrow, and you kind of see one who's looks like an officer is like, "What happened here? Where's the queen?"
Graham hooks a thumb at the wall behind him. We bought him time to get through there, but there was a caster afoot. He might have gone after him.
Fortunately, I think the area back there has been well defended against magic, but you're saying the queen was able to escape through the hidden passage?
Reckon so. Her and her two guards, or the two that made it anyway.
You see them kind of do like a little sign. Graham, make a religion check.
I will make a religion check. 23.
You're not really familiar with undersea religions, but this does appear to be some sort of a religious symbol dedicated to whatever they worship. It looks more like one of thank goodness.
Well, a little worse for wear, but I got a little juice left if any of your boys need healing up.
Well, we were able to fight through the remaining ones, get to the throne room, but they had done a good job of keeping us away. As far as we're aware, there shouldn't be any ones left. Although you mentioned one of the casters got away.
Yeah. We were at the museum, and the sister piece to the one that was hanging here was stolen. And so we thought we'd come back here to look into that just in time for everything to kick off.
Well, it's certainly a good thing you did. You, you have our kingdom's thanks. We're going to reconnect with the queen, make sure she's safe. In the meantime, we're going to send the. He kind of points to the mirror. We're going to send that one down for interrogation. And for you all, for the meantime, I'm going to set you up in some of our dry rooms as you are surface dwellers. And my understanding is you don't breathe water.
Progress is being made.
And you mentioned being hurt. Come with me. I will bring you to our healer as well.
Thank you kindly. Now that the adrenaline's no longer pumping, Graham is looking like a guy who lost more than his maximum HP and healed him up repeatedly.
That was good. That was a good fight. I wanted you to have
that
a
was a
little...
good fight. That poison was a motherfucker.
It hit a little harder than I was expecting, but all right. So yes, the officer of the guard, he kind of takes you and he brings you to a mermaid who's kind of with a group of others, and you can see there are a number of injured guards there who are definitely have been seriously hurt, and they are casting magic to try and get them back on their feet, as well as using more traditional methods of healing, using bindings and medicines and poultices to try and get them back up and running, as well as just you see these kind of, they remind you of healing potions, but they are in some sort of a jelly form that are being kind of like
shots.
you see them kind of like putting them into the mouths and kind of like forcing the things to crush.
Graham will accept help and also offer what spell slots he's got left to spend on heals for people.
All right.
Including the party, since we're all probably a little mangled.
I'm just a little bit dinged up here.
I'm not, because I spent most of the battle unconscious.
But also, we could just take a long rest probably
Yeah,
soon, and
Yes.
that's probably more effective for us.
If Graham does Graham offer his services to the healers?
Yes.
You would end up utilizing all of your spell slots.
Okay.
In order to cast healing spells on people.
Let's see. I think the only healing spell I've got left is Healing Word, but also I've got spell slots at multiple levels, so they would be boosted.
Yep. So you're able to heal a number of guards. You're actually sure you probably, if you didn't save the life of a guard, you at least kept them from succumbing to some sort of permanent injury.
Nice.
So you are able to restore all the other guards to health, or at least enough so that they can rest and attempt to recuperate. The rest of the party is once given a little bit of help, you are escorted to rooms where you kind of go up a like open area and over a moon pool, and you find yourself in a dry room. The air is strange and fragrant. It doesn't strike you as stale, but really it should be. But you can see that there's a number of plants kind of around, and kind of algae-like plants that are resting in tanks. And you can see that there are towels and things you can dry off with, as well as hammocks that have been set up that have pillows and blankets. So they do look like they are meant to host some sort of dignitary. Nice. Yeah, spread out between a bunch of people, that would definitely heal up everybody, or at least enough so they wouldn't die.
Graham just flumps face down into the first bed or bed-like object he can see.
Graham flumps. One of the merfolk kind of pulls himself up and goes over the pool. And it's like, we're going to send somebody to collect you in just a little bit. We're just cleaning things up here, but we do appreciate the help. And we have word that the queen is safe. We haven't found the spellcaster, but we've sent some of our druids, and they investigated the area. They believe that he used a dimension door to escape.
Yeah, I noticed they swam down when they were trying to get away.
That's where they swam up from. Normally, the throne room has a bottom about 120 feet down, where we have some of our fish associates that swim around. They use the crab to bust a hole through the bottom. Looks like they had been kind of tunneling in secretly over a course of a few different weeks. But so I guess we got really lucky that you arrived just in time.
No kidding. Well, stop and regicide looks pretty good on your resume.
We'll be back. Get a little rest, and we'll be. We'll see. We'll send somebody for you in a bit. In the meantime, can we get you any food or anything to drink? Drinking is what I was told you surface dwellers do.
You could go for some spirits.
Yes, we do.
After about 5 minutes, a servant comes by. They have a tray that has like a little silver top on it. Rare use of metal, and they kind of put the tray down and they take the top off, and you can see that there is a number of cooked fishes around, as well as like different selections of raw fish that had been wrapped in seaweed and undersea vegetables.
Nice.
As well as they're kind of capped with this with corks to keep water out, but it does look like actual real wine as opposed to the jellied wine they typically would serve.
Cheers, bro. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, huzzah! Being paralyzed worked up a heck of an appetite. Also, wine.
After about
Graham just face down on the bed, like clinks a wine bottle to somebody else's. Like, you're not sure how he's drinking from the side like that, but he's doing it.
there is a straw that has been on the tray as well.
Perfect.
After about 2 hours, so everybody gets the benefit of a short rest.
I will spend a shitload of hit dice.
Yes.
Let's see.
I'm going to spend 2 hit dice as well. Actually, I'll do 3.
82 minus 2. I need to get back 64.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
And then I will also perform my little ditty in which I talk shit about all of our party members individually.
Hell yeah.
And share a drink with them to get 12 HP.
Right.
Nice. Feeling better already.
What are we doing? A short rest?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get 12 temporary hit points.
Okay. You know, those 12 hit points are the only reason I didn't really need to use a short rest.
They actually prevented me from having to do too much this time too.
Those
Oh yeah.
temporary hit points have kept me from using hit dice like constantly.
All right, everybody healed up, or do you still need to do some rolling? Okay. All right. So yeah, after about 2 hours, a number of guards come by, um, and with them is a merman who is wearing some like very fine robes. You can see that they are woven with seaweed, but it looks like a very thin seaweed, almost to the point where it's silk-like. He appears to be some sort of a dignitary. It definitely looks a little older. And he's like, he does a sign. Ah, thank you. The heroes of the Coral City, please come with me. The Queen wishes to speak with you and provide you her thanks, and from not only herself but also the city itself.
Oh, thank you kindly. Happy we made a difference.
He invites you to follow him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Uh,
As you follow the dignitary and the guards, the halls you pass through, you see, have been all the bodies that had been there have been removed,
Oh, no longer now.
and they take you back to the throne room. The throne room is now empty of bodies, and there is still some battle damage, but you can see that there are some druids who are growing coral in an attempt to kind of repair it.
Hmm.
The queen sits in her throne, surrounded by far more guards than you typically saw her with. But she calls you forward. Is like, ah, it's lucky that you arrived when you did. I wish to thank you for your actions. It was vital for you to save my life. I thought for sure when the marrow was making its way to us, it would be able to kill me, but very excellent use of your skills in order to prevent that from happening, as well as dealing with the giant crab that they sent as well. The marrow have grown bold as of late.
Yeah, that was quite a stunt.
yeah, I totally dealt with those guys.
But you have not. You have my thanks. And you see a crowd of merfolk are actually beginning to like filter into the throne room, and the queen invites you to step forward or
Oh shit.
swim forward.
Yay.
Okay.
And one of her attendants brings a wooden box that you can tell has been treated with magic to prevent it from kind of decaying underwater. And she goes to, please, kneel if you would.
Graham Niels.
She opens the box and she pulls out these like coral crowns, like these little circlets, nothing too fancy. But you can see that they've been grown with care and they have some rather intricate work about them as they kind of like go up and forming like interesting shapes that kind of twist and spiral around, and you can see that they have actually grown art into them. You can see seahorses and starfish and even a couple of crabs, which maybe not in the best taste, but they were made ahead of time. So uh, and she places the crown on, well, we'll start with Graham because he spoke first. And then she places the crown on each of your different crown on each person's head. As
Oh.
I declare you all to be the defenders, guardians of the Coral City. You have my eternal thanks. And the crowd actually begins to cheer and kind of chant the names that are said: Graham, Otto, Fiffle, Fern, and Jackie, and you could hear them chanting your names and just giving praise.
Great. Awesome.
Fern waves at
Love
everyone.
it here.
Everybody kind of waves back to Fern, or at least a few people who see this too.
Star Wars celebration.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're the
absolutely. It's a
greatest.
Star Wars moment.
The ceremony doesn't take too long, and eventually people are led out, and the queen invites you to go have a discussion with her in her personal office. But she also tells you that it's up to you if you desire to join her.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Following the queen into her office, you are met with the same dignitary you had spoken to earlier, who had guided you to the chamber. A number of guards are in the room, and as the kind of door shuts, the queen kind of lets out a sigh and kind of like rubs her head. Like, whew. I must say, it's difficult maintaining your composure in such difficult times, but I was. It's true when I said that you have my eternal gratitude. And the Marrow and Shogun have become more aggressive as of late. This is just their most serious attack they've done recently. It concerns me that they be able to bind such powerful creatures to their service. Normally, those crabs live deep below and are generally not that aggressive, focusing more on eating than causing any trouble for us. The fact that they were able to get one under their control gives me great concern as to what they may be planning in the future.
Yeah,
However,
that was quite a quite a production. We let me take it through how we got here, and Graham will tell the story of going to investigate the other painting.
yes, I was made aware of the murder of the curator. Uh, so I am glad, in fact, that you are on the case, as you do seem quite capable in your abilities. Um, the painting you spoke of, the one that rests outside the throne room, however, that's been researched for a very long amount of time. We haven't found any clue of anything. However, you did mention when you first presented yourself to me that you were looking for a specific dwarven pirate, I believe,
Ah,
a
yeah.
a Captain Stormhammer. We did check our records, and we actually had a Captain Stormhammer come by several years ago. He presented himself, a gentleman, I believe, rather rough around the gills, as it were, but either way, he did mention that he was going into the deep below to do some business, which I believe was to leave a clue for you. Although I suppose he didn't know it would be you specifically at the time. But either way, I believe what you're looking for is down below in the deep. I should warn you, down there are the Shogun, the Marrow, and a number of other creatures that you must be concerned about.
Ah,
But if I believe he was going to where some of the ships had sunk, there was one specific ship that he had mentioned, and she kind of pulls out some, they're basically like tablets made of coral and stone. You can see they're kind of like been etched into. And she looks like, yes. He was looking for a very specific ship. Let's see here. The Silent Eel. That was sunk in several decades ago, even before I was queen. Um, the scavengers that go into the deep for treasure report that it is apparently haunted by the former crew who went down with it. It has never been plundered by any scavenger. Does take a crew with a rather brave constitution in order to actually go and raid that. So if you are on your way there, I do have words of caution and hope that you remain safe.
Well, the way these things tend to turn out, I wouldn't be surprised if our treasure hunt and whatever the marrow are after might be related.
It's possible. However, That area down there is generally dangerous. We do inform the citizens not to go there if they can avoid it. Scavenger crews suffer greatly whenever they head that way. They are legally barred from going there, but they still make their way for raiding treasure from any sunken ships that they can find. We're also interrogating the prisoner you're able to capture. It speaks of a new leader that has arisen among the Shogun, who are uniting Shogun and Mero in an attempt to overthrow the Coral City and, in essence, move in and subjugate the citizens. This is a poor tidings, but on the other hand, it's good to know we have an advanced warning now.
Yeah, I think they were expecting this to succeed. I'm certainly happy they didn't.
If it had succeeded, the kingdom would be then in the hands of my younger sister, who's just turned 8 as of today. I suppose they were able to take advantage of the party. I don't actually have much in the way of political power, but from a pure morale perspective, my death, I think, would be rather devastating for the populace. So, I think just one part of their plan in order to kind of wear us down. But where the ocean current does wear away stone, we are like coral and we regrow.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, if you are making your way down to the deep, we will prepare something, a transport that could take you down there within the next day or two. In the meantime, please, you have free reign of the city. And if you are still doing the investigation of the curator's death, we will be quite happy to pay you any bounty that has been offered. Our kingdom does not have much in the way of your traditional wealth, coinage, I believe, but we do have some that we've collected from either trade with the surface or what we've recovered from ships down below.
Probably a lot of those.
Well,
It's making all
yes,
the
but
time.
not in this specific area. The scavenger crews can go out for days or weeks at a time to kind of scour ships they can find, but over here we're generally considered to be out in the middle of what you would describe as nowhere.
Kevin's convinced these guys are loaded.
I can relate. Came from
Ships
someplace
think
similar on the way
all the time. Stuff.
Just one day you pull out your flip phone and call in a favor from the Merfolk Mafia.
Really great.
I'm glad you're all right. Is your sister as well?
Oh yes, fortunately we were able to get her out from the palace through another hidden passage rather quickly. It seems they were unaware of the passages we had, which is fortunate for us. Um, I don't know if she would actually have been a target for assassination. They may have just attempted to kidnap her, which in many ways may have been worse. But on the plus side, everything has worked out well for my family, although we will be grieving the guards who gave their lives to protect us. We'll be having a large funeral for them all, and I have many letters I have to write to their families. She kind
I
of pulls out.
noticed. Oh,
Yep,
go ahead.
no, she just pulls out like a tablet, and you can see like a coral, and you can see her take like a kind of etching, and she kind of like starts to keep writing in one.
We noticed when we were going in, some of the guards had been poisoned, likely from the food and drink at the catering or at the celebration.
Yes, yes. I fear that they had infiltrated into our service staff. We had found a number of our servants who had been slain several days before and their bodies hidden away. We believe that they used some sort of magic to disguise their shape or form in order to, in essence, act as members of the servants. And from there, they were able to poison some of the treats.
Who poisons a treat? Bastards.
Cruelty.
We don't generally expect much in the way of attacks, so we had our guard down. I do fear what it will do for the people. We're going to have to start rearming, getting the army back up into shape. It's generally only for ceremony.
Well, it's a dangerous world.
Indeed, it is a shame we have to live in such times, but it is our duty to be ready in such circumstances.
I'm certainly glad you're all right, Your Highness.
Yes, thank you. Oh, I wish to commend, she points to Jackie. I was told that you swam quite well.
I'm an expert.
Get over here, you big fat rock.
Sorry, my girlfriend was talking to me. She's right here.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I'm a very good swimmer, and when I get the liquor in my system, I just start zipping around like a dolphin.
Well,
Are you talking to me, Queen?
yes, she
Oh,
has some
good.
servants come and they like bring some of the jellied alcoholic treats. It's like, well,
No.
please take
A lot
these
of
as
No.
my part of my thanks, and
Oh, thank
hopes
you.
that you will utilize these in the future to energize yourself for whatever may come.
These will
Hopefully,
give me strength.
I was super curious when I saw those.
we tested these. These are ones that we are assured are not poisoned.
Graham
Okay,
will try
well,
one.
Super double.
yeah,
Not
Jackie puts two in his mouth as well.
They are sweet, and you can definitely
Yes.
they also very well cover the taste of the alcohol, and but you can tell it's strong as like you kind of eat these and like the alcohol fills into you, and they go down very easy, and you could probably pop in like 5 or 6 of these and get really drunk very quickly.
Let's save that for the celebration.
And she drops off like 20 of these.
Oh God!
Yeah, let's get toe up, boys.
I'm down for a little celebrating.
Yes. Well, I do wish to thank you all. You've been proven very well. Oh, and she turns to Fern as well. Oh, and I also wish to commend you. I've never seen one such as yourself before, but you swim as well as Eddie Merfolk. I do find that extremely interesting. And she kind of
Thanks.
reaches down and pets Aurora. It's like, your pet here. I've never felt anything like that before. What is it covered with?
Fur.
Fur. Interesting. I'll have to remember that.
Sort of fashion craze.
All the mermaids with fur coats or something.
Yes, we have fish pets here. They are more slick. This feels pleasant upon my hand. I do appreciate the chance to be able to touch it. Thank you.
You're welcome. She's very fluffy. Although maybe not fluffy underwater.
Now, in the meantime, you have access to the dry rooms if you wish to stay. We do occasionally treat with we dignitaries from the surface. You have free reign of the kingdom. I'll send some servants to collect you in 2, maybe 3 days, as we can put together a sort of a transport to where the silent eel rests.
Thank you kindly. Happy to explore the place, see the sights.
Oh, and if you're able to recover the painting, please do. It was a favorite piece of mine. I did enjoy always being able to visit the museum.
Certainly.
That the guards kind of guide you out of her chambers, and you find yourself just in the hall of the palace.
Well, gotta say, the hero's welcome is kind of cool.
Yeah, but now we have to go deep into the underwater. Just like we went deep into the underground.
Hopefully not as deep, metaphorically.
Probably even deeper. Come on.
Probably.
Is a water breathing spell? Is it permanent?
I don't think so,
It's
no.
24 hours.
Okay. So we got to keep Fern alive or we all die, right?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. You're the best, Fern.
Yeah. Well,
What are we doing now?
I think we're getting drunk now, but then
I say we get hammered and go touring the place, yeah.
yeah, get hammered. Then let's go find let's go investigate something
oh yeah,
while we're.
something to
Best,
investigate.
Yeah.
best behavior. I want to keep this hero's welcome thing going
All
for a
right.
while.
Yeah, I guess you're right, man.
Might
Let's
not be
get out of
great
it and
investigating.
investigate the thing.
Pass me that travel size Jack Daniels. What's the equivalent of a brown paper bag when you've got little jelly shots?
Like a woven bag.
Awesome. I guess maybe we just go sightsee a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
And is everybody partaking of these treats?
Yeah,
Hell
probably.
yeah.
So there's like a song in the background.
All right. I would like everybody to make me a Constitution saving roll just to see if you get drunk or not, and particularly how drunk. All right, Graham, Jackie, these are stronger than you were expecting. Not so much for Fern, who's had some rather strong spirits in the Feywild. Fiffle, very drunk.
Jackie also hadn't need anything either. So
Oh, God.
he's trying
And
to get trash here
Fiffle
with
definitely
the merfolk.
did Ottos have anything?
Otto's nursing it, so I guess so, but not as aggressive as anybody else.
Okay, give me a con save, please. Okay, yeah. Okay, Graham, Jackie, Fiffle.
Yes.
These hit you real hard, and this is not just buzzed. You are like really feeling it, like the cusp of drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
I asked them how they made what goes into making this kind of alcohol.
I'm gonna find where they keep all the sunken treasure money.
Let's go pretend to be mermaid
Go.
police officers and pull someone over.
Oh man, that's a great
Immediately
idea.
cause an international incident.
Sweet idea.
There,
Yeah, I'll ask them what goes into making this. Maybe I can make it when I get back.
there's a
Yeah, in your bar, sort in your tavern.
Yeah,
There's a
someday I'll
merfolk
be able to
attendant.
use it.
It's like a Jello shot, basically.
There's
Also,
a
can I tell? Also, can I tell based off of the taste, like what might be in it?
it's some sort of fermented undersea
Okay.
vegetable or something that grows undersea. You can't quite tell.
Something that maintains freely under the pressure of all the water
She loves that.
would not have the same properties at the surface.
But there is an attendant who tells you that while they aren't aware of how it's created, there is in fact a very popular. They they use a word that you're not really able to determine. It doesn't have a direct translation, but as they describe it, you to an extent get an idea that it's like, in essence, a vineyard, like one where they would make it themselves and have like tours to show you how it's made.
Nice.
That's cute.
Is it run by somebody named Martha?
Like, oh, it's
Mirtha.
pronounced.
I'm sorry, she's underwater. It's
Yeah.
Mirtha's Vineyard.
Yeah, Mirtha. Would you like me to direct you to there? They would be certainly pleased to have you go and tour the grounds.
I look at my drunk companions and I'm like, yes.
Oh, and
Absolutely.
they do offer free samples as well.
Yes.
And I mean,
That's even better.
for the heroes of the Coral City, I can't imagine they would deny you anything within
I-
reason.
I look at my drunk companions again and just say yes.
Yes. Thank you very kindly.
Uh,
Damn, those are good.
I point at Graham and ask him if there's any way we can safely drag him along so he doesn't hurt himself.
I'm
You do have your
fine.
seahorses.
I
These,
do want to ride a seahorse.
yep, these are the seahorses you had rented. You still have use of them for another day. Um, please give me an animal handling check for everybody who's drunk at disadvantage.
Under the sea,
12.
riding my
Okay.
seahorse, no helmet on.
Probably does the right things, but a little too forcefully because he's just, "Hey, you're a good boy. Just flap, flap, flap."
Okay.
Oh, I'll roll that too. For going seahorse riding while intoxicated. Where is it? There it is.
Oh yeah, I'm about to break my
Cool.
neck.
And it's at
Wait, what?
disadvantage because you're drunk.
All right. All right.
If he can handle an ostrich, he can handle a seahorse drunk.
Okay. All right. So you remember the words that the person who had told you had rented the seahorses from, mentioning that they could be a little rough if you weren't well versed in them, and that they had required a sort of steady hand, and that they really only kind of gravitated towards specific people who really knew how to handle these seahorses. So as Fiffle and Jackie go and kind of touch the seahorses to try to get on, they kind of put their heads down and nuzzle against them, very friendly and kind like.
Oh.
And you get the feeling maybe he was overselling their aggression to make you feel better.
We got Taurus trapped.
And you're able to mount the seahorses, who you realize, even in your drunken state, are remarkably well behaved and well trained.
They're just like adorable little babies.
Oh, he's a good boy.
Yeah. These seahorses are large. They are the size of a land horse.
Nothing like ostriches at all.
And they're able to take you to what is, as you can only identify as, a vineyard, where word of your deeds have spread throughout the city very quickly. People in the streets, as they see you pass, they wave to you. People cheer. As you arrive at the vineyard, people come out and greet you. You see merfolk, and they're like, the heroes of Coral City. You are called the Crossblades, I believe you said.
That's us.
Crossblades.
Yep. Cross lads.
Well, come, please come and join us. We have a tour, a special one just for you. We heard you were on your way, and we made special accommodations just for you. Oh, and with free samples, of course, as many as you would like. And they hold out like a tray of these little jellies that you had been kind of snacking on earlier.
Oh, thank you so much.
And they bring you through, and they show you how these are created. And they are, in fact, using a strange kind of what looks to be a sort of undersea vegetable, or possibly a fruit. They take it, and they ferment it, and they kind of mix it in with a jelly that is created from a little plant that grows further down. And you can see that they cultivate these plants, and they kind of insert the fermenting fruit into the middle and allow it to ferment further within these like jellies until it kind of permeates throughout it. And then they cut them off into little pieces and serve it up. And they describe how it takes like a few weeks to get this done. And with certain ones, they actually let them age for a while to really get a good taste for it. And they've experimented with adding different sort of flavors to it to make them taste different, to give a little bit of variety. And so they show like the kind of different fruits that they've been cultivating underneath. And yeah, the tour itself lasts about an hour, and there's free samples throughout.
Incredible.
Graham's not
This
like
was
making
time
a
well
blast of
spent.
himself, but he is not moderating.
Everyone enjoys chomping down on these. Uh, we actually have a number of different contracts. So there's it's the only dry bar in town, in the city itself, where we actually have these served. They're actually a big hit with surface dwellers, as I see you've all come to expect.
Just like a man.
We also have traditional, as for you, it'd be more unique for us, but the rooms where you do your surface dwelling fermenting. Surface drinks are a delicacy and somewhat popular here, although getting them from one dry room to another, it requires a little bit of effort. Have to get actual glass bottles traded from the surface, as well as corks, also traded from the surface. So they do tend to be a little pricier. A bottle of wine for you would each go, well, for you it's free. For a standard customer, would go for about a gold apiece.
Oh,
It's good wine.
Well, we're told that
pretty
it's.
penny.
We also do trade with some surface wines, which I've drinking ours and surface wines in the dry rooms. I must say, I very much enjoy our wines, but your surface wines have certainly shown their worth compared to ours. So, we focus entirely on jellies, which we do trade with the surface. You may see them, they're somewhat popular with sailors, but my understanding is from what I've heard, they don't tend to make it to shore before being eaten.
I can see why. Maybe we
Anyway,
could get a nice trade going back and forth to your bar, Otto.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be good.
Yeah.
Did did one of us have mushroom wine?
Uh,
There's probably a stash.
Could try to. I was wondering if they would like to try it. I don't have any, so.
I think we have one bottle left.
they also have the recipe for making grub alcohol.
Oh yeah, and the beer maggots.
Yeah, we also have the beer maggots too.
I love you, beer maggot.
The wisdom of Underdark, truly. Is ours.
Interesting. I
Yeah, they. You know what? I'll Jackson. I'll let Jackson know to work with these guys to. They get surface wine. We get stuff for underwater wine.
Graham's gonna clap Jackie on the shoulder. You stick with us, buddy. You're gonna get to try hooch from all over the world, above the world, under the
Yep,
world, in the water. It's awesome.
that's my primary
That is true.
motivation.
We have drank all manner of hooch.
My goal is to drink the world.
Yes. We'll just stamp my drinking around the world passport. Underwater with the mermaids.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, while you're here, would you mind just giving a quick quote? Favorite, and they use the same term that you would identify as vineyard. Be your favorite vineyard in the Coral City?
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite vineyard in the Coral City.
You know what? Whatever they want for a promo, I'll do it.
Oh yeah, Graham is over the moon right now.
Oh,
Having a
excellent.
great time.
They kind of have you just like scrawl, like kind of etch your name to the best of your ability in these like coral tablets.
Happy to, happy to.
Ah. Oh, and please enjoy some more free samples.
Okay.
All right, I need everybody to make me more con saves.
Syphil scrawls Mickey rat sauce.
Okay.
I'm still nurse. I'm still being slow with this because I know.
Somebody's got to be the adult here.
Yeah, usually it's you.
Okay. Because you're nursing it, do yes. Well, never mind. I was gonna have you do an advantage, but all right. Otto is able to maintain his head. He has one like every like hour, making sure he doesn't have too many. Fern, however, you in fact have now had too many, and you and everybody else is very drunk, with the exception of Otto.
Also, because I was a bartender before, I have a strong resistance to alcohol sometimes.
Yeah. And actually, Fiffle is surprisingly able to hold on and is able to only maintain a buzz rather than becoming drunk.
What?
I'm the one who drank all the rest of that mushroom wine.
You got to try this. You like pop the cork off, it just disperses into the water, and everybody starts laughing. Graham is a very happy drunk right now. He loves everything.
Well, you have the rest of the city. Is there anything else you'd like to see in the city?
Yes, but I'm drawing a blank.
Okay.
What was the thing we were going to investigate for them in exchange for all their pirate gold?
Oh yeah, the murders. Brooklyn Nine-Nine style.
Murders.
Forgot that's why we were here. Graham tries to, but he's so drunk that it all comes out mush mouth, so he's just inarticulate.
It's okay.
Maybe a nap.
Otto, I actually would allow you to understand what Graham's saying because of your bartender background.
Oh my god.
It's actually like the most profound shit you've ever heard in your life.
He wants more alcohol.
Well, we can probably find the murderers.
Oh yeah.
What they murder? I mean, I know murderers.
Graham looks around for murderers at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, you do have your investigation that you've done. Just to remind everybody, you found that the people who had committed it had fibers made of spun wool from the surface. They had a blade that had been lost, comes from the surface, and generally comes in pairs.
Right.
You know that they had used some sort of special underwater lockpicks. And actually, let me bring up the rest of. Oh, and they used magic scrolls.
And I think we have a working theory.
Yep. Oh, and of course, there is a sea turtle who has in fact witnessed what had went down.
Oh yeah. The turtle did it.
Yeah. Don't forget the working theory that what's her face? Sending spell to the pirates and they got here before us and it's the pirates looking for the clue.
Yep.
Libby.
Yes.
And then we attempted to locate object and we because of their pairs and we should be able to do it. And we did verify that there is a pair.
Yep. Let me just check something quickly. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, due to Graham's history check, he was able to determine that the blade in question is a specific kind of. No, it was a Zadoran knife, or a Zadoran short blade, and they do come in pairs.
Yeah, right. Them some bitches. Graham mumbles something about Zadorans. It's not a slur, but it just sounds like one with his accent.
Well.
Does my
Right.
cat crave murder? One sec. Actually, keep going. Sorry.
Cats always crave murder.
You crave murder? Is there darkness in your heart? You know, I think
Cat's nature.
cat's been acting weird.
Oh. Is it okay?
Yeah, she's good. She's just squirrely.
Just she.
Need something to murder.
It's true.
Yeah.
She does burn with darkness in her
Some
heart.
mouse. Throw it in the floor. See what happens. I watched Bird chase a chipmunk the other day.
Wow.
Where'd she go?
All right.
She left too.
So, Would you like to continue the investigation, or would you like to kind of end it here and we can pick it up next week?
Seems like a good ending point.
Yeah.
Plus,
Right
drunken
between
Inspector
here.
Clouseau underwater.
Huh.
All right. So yeah, we will end it here then, and then we'll just pick this up next week as you continue the investigation, as you are drunk, but also the heroes of Coral City. So good job.
Yay!